Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello to everyone who is here. We are here to talk about Love is Blind Poland. We are here to talk about episodes 6 through 9, though we may dip our toe in 1 through 5 to explain some things. We are here. Now, I created the name of this live before the episodes kind of dropped. I always make my live right after the last live. And I know they were going to be meeting family. And I didn't realize Family Feud was going to mean something. Because I am feuding with somebody's family. Your mama. When I tell you this live is going to be heated about a particular person's mama. And y'all know who it is. The way your mama treated you, I need you to marry that man and leave that country. Your mama. And if you are here, we usually have a member live where we could talk raw and unfiltered. We had that last night. Okay? That's what we talked about last night in the membership. We got unhinged a little bit, or at least I did. I did. Okay. Oh, only me 23. Thank you for gifting 5L Citizen memberships. And we love to say thank you out here. We love to say thank you with a little bit of a dance. Okay. Let me grab that media asset because I don't shake for the coin, but somebody else will. Yes. Thank you so much for gifting 5L Citizen memberships. Let me see who's here. Hey, Ari. Good to see you. I'm going to drop the link because this is going to turn into a panel. Hey, Sam. Well, Trey's already up here in the background. Hey, holy moly, good to see you. You missed the last recap, girl. Glad you are here. Hey, to go to Africa. I'm seeing everybody rolling in. Hey, Rose Show. Michelle. Okay, you're away from home. You'll watch the recap. Okay, Michelle, we got some things to ask about, flight attendants, but I can fill in. Mama El Cid was a flight attendant. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Okay. Hey, Lotus Egyptian flower. Holy moly, you like the little shake? There's another animal that shakes too for another monetary level. Okay. Holy moly, we got you. If you forgot everybody's name, we got you. Let me remove your comment. We got you. There we go. That's everybody's name. We will have the pictures as well when we're talking about folks. I'm sorry, Malika. I'm sorry that your face is covered just for a little bit. That's the only way I could fit everybody in. Okay. Well, we got y'all if you forgot people's names and so forth. So let me drop the link because I want to talk to y'all and I want y'all see my recaps and I would love to know what y'all have to say. Hey, Trey, how are you?
Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to be here. Let's get with it because it had some mess going on in these batch of episodes, didn't we?
Oh, a whole lot of mess. Hey, Ari.
Hello. Hi, Trey.
What's up?
I'm doing a little multitasking. I'm playing Pokemon right now, so because I kind of don't mind me because I listened to y'all because I was doing this kind of yesterday too. So I mean, but I was listening. So I was responding to what y'all were saying. So, but yeah, no, I'm good. I'm here. I'm alive.
Okay. Sun is shining on you. I see.
It's
so
cloudy right
so
now. A lot of
I want to start where I want to start. I'm gonna be selfish this time, y'all. So
Okay,
I want to start exactly where I want to start. Your mama.
This mama.
Oof. Your mama, Yulia. I have respect for my elders, but your mama have no respect for you. I'm sorry. Your mama and your friend need to be away from you as fast as possible. I need you to marry Camille Uno and leave and go to Norway. I don't care if you keep him as a husband, but you need to go someplace else. Because that right there, and I saw you, Yulia. I saw the Yulia that Camille fell in love with. I saw you in Norway. I saw you around his family. And sister, sorry, I got to say it this way. The fact that you accepted that burnt omelet mean you a better woman than me. Because again, the man did a whole lot for your birthday. I don't know if it's just for the camera. But he did a whole lot and it's never enough for your mama. And don't be letting your mama know about your business. Stop showing her the damn lingerie. Ari, what were your thoughts on Camille, Uno, and Yulia this go round?
Well, I definitely think that he has some issues. And I don't think that her mom is all the way off about her skepticism of him, because there was actually a comment that I didn't mention yesterday, that I want to mention today, because I mentioned that he would make these negging comments, and one of them was for sure that he could fit a chair in between her teeth. And then the other was, I should have, I didn't realize you were going to call me next. So, or first, I'm trying to, it's like, I'll train you. He said, I will train you. So I don't
train or teach.
Train. I saw he said, the caption said train. So that's why I hyperfixated on it, because it seemed weird to me. Who says, what person, regardless of if it's a man or woman, says they're going to train somebody?
We do. We ladies say we got to train our husbands. We do say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make it right. In my opinion, it doesn't make it right. Because regardless of who's saying it, whether it's a man or woman, it doesn't sound right. Because if it was a man saying it to a woman, we would be all up in arms about it, saying that, well, he shouldn't be having to train me. So, like, I get it. Why, like, she for Kinga, Mama Kinga, she's saying, well, he seems too perfect. She doesn't know that, at least not, at the time, she didn't know that he was making these comments. She may have seen it now. I don't know for sure. But, I mean, if she has, she'd be like, well, I felt justified in saying I don't trust him because he's too perfect. He didn't say any flaws. Like, he said, well, yeah, I have flaws, but he didn't say what flaws he has.
I'm not telling your mama all my faults on the first time meeting her. Ain't no way I'm telling your people, especially with the look on her face, am I telling her my faults. But I get you. But again, I took the train one as women say they're going to train their husband. So I was like, okay, it's even keel. If we accept it from the women, we'll accept it from him. And I thought it could be a change in the translation rather than teach, so that's how I thought with the translations. Maybe it was a flipping word, but if not, she got some things to learn. Okay.
Okay. But so anyway, regardless, that though, it's those comments that make me skeptical of him too. So I'm not that mad at Mama Kinga saying she's concerned about him. With that said, she needs to take a chill pill, because she out here talking about, do you like my tan, when her daughter is trying on dresses. Mama Kinga, this ain't about you right now. This is about your daughter, who you refuse to go with her to look at dresses, and she wants you there. So at this point, you need to chill. You need to just, I don't want to say suck it up, but you need to just keep your mouth shut until you get exclusive, pertinent, or concrete evidence that he's as bad as Christoph, which we'll get to later.
Oh yeah, we'll get to him.
But as bad as Christoph, unless you get confirmation that he's just as bad as that dude, calm down, please. And try to support your daughter as best as you can. And that wasn't her best at all. And honestly, yeah, I think that's most of my commentary on that. So I'll let Trey go ahead with his thoughts.
Go ahead, Trey.
Well, to answer, I want to answer with Justin's possession question first. Technically, he did not agree with Christoph cheating on her. He said he understood, but he still told him he was wrong, just to be Absolutely correct. He still told him he was absolutely wrong, but he understood, and I was kind of on the same boat. He still was wrong, but we all knew that relationship was going downhill anyway. But he still was wrong. Now, Camille, that I before we get to Mama, that whole joking situation, yeah, it kind of bothered me too. But the only reason why it bothered me personally is because I noticed that it bothered her. Now, this is where these things get a little tricky, and we've seen somewhat example of this with what's her name with I'm blanking on their names. Yusuf Jeffers, Yusuf, whatever.
What? Yulita
Yulita, and her dude. Yeah, I'm
Yasik?
blanking on the Yasik. Blanking on the names right now. We saw this with Yulita Yasik. They've been kind of cutting at each other back and forth, which started until something was said where it was crossed the line. We saw this again here. It seemed like he was trying to set up. Well, actually, this is not the first time this happened between them. They've had some jokey moments between themselves too. It's just that this said something that kind of made her slightly feel a type of way. But I could tell he was saying it as a joke. So it's one of those situations you gotta. This is a weird one. You gotta know what type of situation you're in with whether you can joke or not like that, especially out in open, in public, on camera. It changes a few things. It's one thing if y'all by yourselves, y'all go back and forth like that. I know couples that do that all the time. I know couples who do it in public and they're still fine with it. Some are not. You just gotta figure out which one this is. This is that was a weird one. I just knew it bothered me when he made the joke. I caught the joke. I have a gap. I was like, yeah, check my 53 gap too. But then when I saw her face, I went, that didn't land because she's already a girl that has a lot of insecurities about herself. So I'm already like, yeah, that didn't go. That's a no flow. Messed up right there.
So Trey, now, have your ladies shown their mama the lingerie you bought them?
I was a little mortified back there. I was like, wait a minute, what are we doing? Well, at least not in front of me. They have not. Just that, because that. Why are you showing her this? And I'm in the room, number one, and number
That's why
two,
you burned the omelet.
Why are you? Yeah, because he was standing there looking like, what? What are you doing? Why? That's not for you. That's for private. That's private. You're supposed to open the box. You go, ooh, sexy. And we're supposed to imagine, it might be some lingerie. And then you close the box. That's how that's supposed to go. You're supposed to tell everybody, then show everybody, ooh, look what he got me. And nah. Yo, Elsa, you took my talking points right out of my mouth into yours. When we met her family, I was like, I felt the ick as soon as I'm watching it, and I felt the ick as soon as I got there. And not the ick that she felt for him. I was feeling the ick from her family, especially her mother. I hate to say this. This is not an environment that I would feel safe in for anybody. Because all they seem to do, even with each other, but especially with her, is cut each other down. That's partially why I think he kind of made that joke in the first place, because he noticed her family does that. So he's like, I'm going to join in too. Yeah, he ain't earned that, bro. And you probably shouldn't make it, because she's already receiving it from her own family. It's probably why she got a lot of the complex she has now. And I'm with you, Elsa. When we met his family, she was a totally different person. She looked happy. She seemed settled. I was like, you know what? Yes, it's probably the first time I've said it. Yes, Move with him. Go. Get out of there. Move to the countryside. Experience the slower lifestyle. It's going to be better for you. It's going to be better for you. Because what the heck? Don't. Get away from home. I'm sorry. I hate to get away from home. Your mama is toxic. She wants to leave you single and under her thumb for the rest of your life. Okay? She wants to keep you right where you are in her reach for the rest of your life. Run, girl. Run.
Run. Hold on 1 second, Trey. Thank you so much, Cheryl Davis, for gifting 5 L Citizen memberships. You know, we gotta dance. We gotta dance. Yes, drop it low. Thank you for gifting new L Citizen memberships. Are you doing the slap the butt for the Lady Chewbacca dancer? Okay.
Let's just get it.
Just to let y'all know, I'm going to be dropping polls. We're going to be figuring out if someone or these couples are going to be married. I'm going to drop a poll. The number you put in there assigned to your answer. I'm going to be dropping the poll for Yulia and Camille Uno. One up, you will put a 1 in the chat if you agree that they're still together. 2 if you agree. Let me put it. Yep. 1, yes, they're still together. 2 in the chat if you think no, and 3 if yes, but they are divorced by the reunion. Let me move it to there, okay? Y'all see that? Put the number corresponding with the answer that you wish to see. 1 is yes and still together. 2 is a no, or 3 yes but divorced by reunion.
I'm okay? A 3.
Well, put it in the chat. Put the number 3 in the chat, Trey. It's not voice to text.
I just put my answer right on out there. It's looking like a 3 to me. Honestly, I am hoping that they do get. You remember at beginning of the season, I said nobody should make it. I'm actually hoping no. You know what? No, she needs to say yes. He needs to say yes. Get the heck up out of there, because that will start her on her betterment journey. I do believe that she needs to get away.
Holy Moly says something interesting. Her nervous system probably felt safer with her family.
I didn't see that. She didn't look safe to me. She looked pensive the whole entire time she was there.
Yeah.
She looked pensive, scared, on edge. I saw the anxiety all over her face because she knew it was about to happen. With her family. I mean, with her family.
I was saying his family.
Oh, his family. It was cool. She was cool with his family. She looked like the woman that I thought that he fell for in the past. She was looking and acting like the woman that he fell for in the past.
She was walking in the rain with him, Trey.
A woman outside in the elements, as pretty acting as she is. Oh no, that's big time. Okay, even he was like, it's gonna be raining. We might not walk. Okay, I'm good with that. Oh, okay, yes. I'm like, okay, bro.
See, always somebody coming with another option. Ricky Star. I believe she said no to Alta, but they are still dating today. Okay, that's not an option up there.
It's not a bad option.
I will make sure to put a still dating as option number 4. No, but still dating. Okay. Trey, what did you think about her friend? Don't try and convince her to wear something that's not flattering for her.
You talking about that dress fitting?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, she need new friends. She needs a new circle. Now, I understand your friend, your close friend, they're the ones to keep you, keep you straight. If something don't look right on you, they'll call it out. But the way you call it out is important. Why would you? She basically called her a big back. Like the way she worded that, she was just like, your back looks horrible in that. I was like, what's wrong with her back? She looked great in that dress. She looked great.
I thought the buttons and the cut of it is what didn't look right. I didn't think she didn't look right in the dress.
Okay.
I took it as the dress don't look appropriate at the back. But the dress is phenomenal. I'm sorry, Yulia, you were sorry to all the other brides, but Yulia was the showstopper for me in
She
her
looked good.
dress.
She
Woo!
looked good.
Yulia, I'm telling you, you're going to stop the entire orchestra coming out in that dress. You looked phenomenal. But
Yeah,
all
she
you
looked
can
good.
say is the back of the dress look terrible. Is you okay? Are you my friend?
It sounded like the way it came off, it didn't sound like she was talking about the dress. She sounded like she was talking about her back looked terrible. She said your back looked terrible in that dress. Your back looked terrible in that dress.
Okay, I'll leave it to translation.
Yeah. And that was another thing I kind of agree with Ari. This the trans. Okay, I noticed some translation issues with the caption and what was being said with the translation that itself. Because I even turned off the translator, heard what they said. There was one particular word I typed it in, like, oh, what did it really say in this particular word? And it was slightly different from the caption. I was like, okay, this is where we get lost in translation here. And they try their best to fit in certain words. So it's that stuff you got to kind of.
The Polish people don't like it. The Polish people don't like it because
The translations.
they mix in English words into it. They really don't like it in the comment section of Poland.
I can feel that because I'm noticing some of the translations, even some of the stuff they're saying, it doesn't fit with the slight energy of the scene. Like I could tell when it's saying certain words, it's hitting a certain way, but I'm reading and hearing the translation. I'm like, that's not quite what they're putting forth. I could just tell, like something's a little off.
Y'all, when we move on to the next couple, I gotta get up the next question. So put a number 1, 2, or 3 with the answer you think. Will Yulia and Camille Uno marry? 1 in the comment section for yes and still together. 2 for no, and 3 for yes, but divorced by reunion. Okay, I gotta get a new poll up for the next couple. Is there anything else about this couple that y'all want to talk about?
Just that her finish her op, and she wants to see Yulia suffer for some weird reason. What that reason is, I don't know, but just wanted to say that real quick.
I don't understand. Oh, I feel for Yulia. In this group of episodes really humanized Yulia for me. It really humanized her.
Is her? I'm just asked the flat question: do we believe her mother is a sabotager? Just off rip, because I don't think it mattered any man she would have brought there. That's what it's feeling like. It wouldn't have mattered any man she brought there. It felt like she was going to sabotage that situation. Period.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe because I don't trust Camille at all. That's why I was like, I can understand why there was some. I can agree with some of her hesitation, but I mean, I could see that. Because the way she was acting at that, definitely at that wedding,
dress fitting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was acting really terrible. So, but yeah, I could see that.
True.
Wait, let me ask.
I don't know because
question.
I don't know. Production could be only giving us a negative of the mama, but we have not seen her say anything nice for the 3 encounters we've had with her.
With Yulia herself, she hasn't said anything nice to her. That's why I'm like,
damn, Trey.
She hasn't. I'm thinking. I was listening on those conversations. I was like, why is her mother talking like this to her daughter? Like I was like, yo. At first, I was like, maybe because she just doesn't like this situation. Some parents, I get it. They don't like this. They don't believe in this. I can understand why. But the way Yulia herself back in the pod, she talked about how she said she knew her family was going to be hard on her about this. They're hard on her about everything. She said this. So now I'm feeling like, yo, this is just everyday life for her. I'm like, oh my God, you have to deal with this every day?
Well, 67% of the people saying that they ain't gonna get married. Now, here's my unpopular opinion. I think they might. Now, whether or not they're together by the reunion, that's where I'm kind of iffy. Because I think they could be good for each other. And yes, we don't know everything about Camille Uno. We don't know all the things he has gone through in a breakup, like his sister said in the kitchen. But there is something there, like we said earlier. Why is it Christoph went to Camille Uno to talk about this? Is it because he's the only man that would have been understanding? That's how do you pick? Because we're gonna talk about Christoph and all the men and their reactions to his whole thing. But the fact that you the one that Christoph picked to be telling this to, and you was like, you were real tame. You were real tame. Hey, Plain Janie, you were real tame when he came to you, and you were like, okay, I could understand that. But you know, you should have been like, brother, is you okay?
There might be two reasons why that occurred to me as I was watching. The first one is obviously they purposely set them up for him to go to, for Christoph to go to Camille in the first place. I felt that set up. Okay. But the second one, probably the most important one, is out of all of the men that have, if I remember this correctly, out of all the men, he's only told his real feelings about his situation with Malika to Damien and Chris and Camille. They were the only two that was actually around him when he was explaining how he really felt about Mika, about I can't even say her name now, about Malika during that time and what was actually happening. So it stands to reason. I understood why it was out. I knew when I saw them come up, I was like, okay, they're gonna have him talk to one of the guys. It's either going to be Damien or Camille. And it was Camille. I said, okay, cool. Because it made no sense for anybody else. Because those are the only two he was talking to about Mixa. So, it made sense.
We're going to talk about Damien's reaction to that, because that's where I was like, okay, Damien, I feel you. But is there anything else about this couple y'all want to say? Because we can move on to the next.
I do think Christoph told Camille what he was going to do. I got a sneaky suspicion.
Well, since we being suspicious, let's go right into it. I'm sorry, we're gonna get into this. Kinga, Christoph, and Malika right now. Yes, Malika controlling. Yes, Malika is all those things. Yes, she wants to wash the floor. Even though production is through and through the house, yes, she don't want this here, there, or everywhere. She wanted her away. Christoph, you're messy. Break off with the girl. Even if you went to talk to Kinga to see if the feelings are there, why did we end up between the sheets according to the Isley brothers? Why are we between the sheets? And why are you, Malika, you slick? Here's the thing. I think Malika knew what the text word meant, and she just wanted Kinga to confirm it. Because we know Polish ain't her first language. And she's like, well, I can't quite understand what this word means. He said it means this, but what does it really mean? And we know Christoph probably deleted a whole bunch of messages that she ain't seen. So I ain't going to call on you at first, Ari. Trey, lead us into this wilderness.
Lead us. I don't want to lead us into this. This is craziness. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to give my hot take first. I got a hot take. This is hot take. And it does not excuse anyone involved. But I got a hot take. And I only have this hot take because of what Kinga said. I'm going to put a T in there. It was what Kinga said afterwards, okay? And especially at that midterm. For some reason, why did I feel like this storyline was half set up? For some reason, I am doubting the validity of some of this storyline because some of this don't make sense to me. Well, actually, a part of it don't make sense to me. Okay. we know every season they need a villain, preferably a male. Okay? Up until this point, if you really think about it, they really didn't have one. They really didn't. All of a sudden, you got Kristoff in this situation with Malika, right? We can clearly see that this is not going anywhere. Malika is wilding and being controlling this and lying all over the place. This ain't going nowhere. But for some reason, Kristoff, as intelligent that we have expressed him to be, all of a sudden is not saying what he should say. Like, you know what, we need to end this and walk away. He's hanging in there for what? I'm asking for what? You're not stupid. You know you should have ended that relationship. But all of a sudden we get back and you go and talk to Kinga. You knew how this is going to make you look. This man ain't stupid. You knew exactly how this is going to make you look. Okay. He messed around with Kinga. He goes back and tell Malika. I'm going to take, fellas, in what world does this happen for real? Not many men is going to do this, okay? Off real. Just not. But he goes back and tells Malika. What do they say Malika does? All of a sudden, now she expresses her feelings to him. And now he's like, oh, I didn't know you feel that way. Maybe we should try. What? Excuse me? I'm seeing this starting to dawn on y'all a little bit. Where does this make sense at? This don't make sense.
No, it didn't make sense to me at all. But it was what it was, and because they just said what it was, and I was like, okay, whatever. But okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox for a second.
You get what I'm getting at? I'm like, wait a minute. Why does this feel like it's being set up for a storyline?
Because it was set up. It was set up.
I'm like, okay, all right, but we in it. It's entertaining. Let's go on through here. Let's just walk on through it. I'm hold my hand. Let's walk down here. All right. He downplays the situation with Kinga to Malika at first. That's what he tells us. Downplays. Oh, it was tall. It was day. We just kissed. Oh, Malika goes ape crazy, understandably. But then something dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is she? This is. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, this is a big reaction for just he kissed her. Okay, but it's bad enough. It's still bad. Okay, I'm accepting it. She's upset.
Time out. Wait a minute. Are you saying this? He kissed us. We supposed to be mild because it's just a kiss?
No.
Wait.
Hear me out. My problem is we already seeing era of possible Delulu with Malika. She is telling everybody that this relationship is one way, it's the best, this, that, and third. Yeah, yes. But everybody got eyes here. We're watching it, and I think everybody around her is not stupid either. They know Kristoff is not feeling her at this moment. Like, girl, what are you talking about? Well, what blinders are you put on? What's happening? That's why the reaction threw me off a little bit. I'm like, okay, you should be mad. You should be upset. But this kind of upset would go with, oh, he hit that. Not I kissed her. But then they fast forwarded. They're gonna try it. She gave this reaction. You find out for Kinga, oh, they did sleep together. Okay, this is why somebody said earlier, I think she knew the whole time. He told her that they slept together.
Well, here's how I see it, because I agree with Holy Moly that a whole scene was probably cut out. I saw it that he probably told her he saw Kinga. Okay. I went to see Kinga. We went out. And she probably is like, moving along. Okay, you saw Kinga. But then you acting kind of strange. Why are you acting strange when I love you and we moving forward? Then it's where he confessed the whole situation about, well, I didn't just go out with Kinga. We also kissed. And then to top it all off, he got to come clean, but I'm going to make it up to you, sweetie. I'm going to make it up to you. And because Malika, it seems like she wants to give the air of a perfect relationship, she's not going to end things and walk away. You saw what happened. She made sure he said it out his mouth that he wants to end things. He wasn't going to end things. That's why I'm side-eyeing Christoph. Christoph, I need to hear that story about your ex again, because this whole she fell in love with someone else and left you is what you just wrote for yourself. You fell for someone else and you left Malika. So now I ain't believing the story, and I need you to come clean.
I'm side-eyeing both of them.
Of course, all three of them. All three.
Yeah, Kinga too. Yeah, Kinga too. But I'm side-eyeing both of them because they both was trying to do things. If you notice, they both was doing things to make the other person break up first. That's
like a good old cheater who just wants you to forget they cheated and not bring it up. Well, why do you have to constantly bring it up? It just happened not even 10 days ago. You gonna hear this.
This is why this don't make sense. Okay? We know how we've seen these stories before. Some of us have been on both sides of these stories, perhaps. We kind of know how. I'm just being fair. Just being fair. I've only been on one side of it. I never cheated on a girlfriend or anybody I was in a relationship with. But I have seen this story before, and most people have been on both sides of this coin. We kind of know how these things play out and go. Something was missing out of this situation. Something is off about this whole thing. Okay? And it don't make it no better. I thought it was going to get more cleared up when Kinga showed up, of course. And it only convoluted everything around it. So I'm like, well,
I mean, this is kind of on brand because we never got clarification with Yulita and Yasek's whole situation on in Greece. So I mean, I wasn't that surprised that we didn't get clarification from Kinga.
But Kinga said she came to tell it all.
But that's still like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like we got a similar situation with Yulita and Yasek with the whole he said something and we don't know what it was. Like, so I mean, like I said, I was not surprised she didn't clear up shit. Pardon my French, but she didn't clear up a thing, so I wasn't surprised. Like based on the pattern already.
In that vein, and we know now that Kinga and Christoph, he said he just kissed her. He told Malika, and it wasn't until he knew he was about to be confronted by her at the mixer did he tell the guys that he actually slept with Kinga.
Yeah.
Now here's my question, and again, y'all, Island Girl Pink, she ain't telling enough because we need to know protected or unprotected. That's the question. I'm gonna put another poll up. Who do you think ended it between Kinga and Christoph? Who do you think ended it? Because the way Kinga wasn't too broken up at the fact that he slept with her and he walked right by her without saying anything, I'm thinking she ended it. But remember, I'm going to put the poll up, put the number 1 or 2, either Kinga ended it or Christoph ended it, and
Nobody
tell me,
Nobody ended it. There's no end to this. That's the problem with all. Really, there was no official ending.
Option 3 is there was no ending. Okay.
Top my 3 down. Yeah. Top my 3. There it is. Yeah.
Hold on. You gotta wait till I put the poll up.
I'm early.
He is excited and he's like, I'm gonna tell it now. So let him live.
Okay. The poll is up. Now you can put your 3, Trey.
Yeah.
Well, he already put it.
First
So.
3 in there.
It's not going to register until now, since I just put the poll up.
Anyways, personally, if I'm gonna pick, is he ended it to save face. I mean, I think he fake ended it, not officially ended it. Fake ended it. If anything,
say it louder. Say it louder. He what? He what?
He fake ended it. He didn't for real end it just to save face. Because I mean, I think some form of ending it happened. Just it wasn't official because I mean, because she was her first choice, or she was his first choice. Sorry, and the only reason why he ended it was because he thought that she was dotting and bopping out there because she was the number one pick for all the other guys in the pods, and because he felt like he wasn't getting anywhere with Malika, he was like, I'm gonna go over to her and see what it is. So, and that's why he did what he did. Not to say that that's right, but that's what he was thinking.
Just a point of order. Only put the number, please. Holy moly, put the number again, the 3 dots. If you put the 3 dots or anything other than just the number selected, it will not register your vote. Okay? So just put just the number like Cheryl Davis did. Just put the number and then it will register and it will change and stuff like that. Only the number for the option you think is what's happening. Did Kinga break up? Did Christoph call it quits, or has there been no end to this and we're going to be dipping in and out with each other? Y'all ain't even, nobody's on my side? Oh, wait a minute.
Here you go. I'll be even more specific with this. He fake ended it with Malika because going back to their order of events of what happened, dated Katinga, kiss, something happened. He comes back and tells Malika. Then she pours out her emotions. And then he says, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. Ari's right. He fake ended it with Malika by telling her, well, it's over. I won't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? It's over. We're going to try. He didn't say nothing to Kinga. You know how we know? Because when Kinga didn't show up at that mixer, she was asked by Malika when the last time he talked to Christoph. Not since that night. So there was never no ending. What Christoph was trying to do, all right, this thing with Malika is about to blow up anyway. If I don't say anything, maybe I can ride this out and me and Kinga can just continue. I can smooth that over, this and that and third. Because she kind of liked me anyway. Blah, blah, blah.
She could get flued out to Iceland, as Lotus Egyptian Flower said. He promised her the world. He promised me he would take me to Iceland with him. He promised me, Island Girl Pink.
Still want to go.
Island Girl Pink, you've had an exactly Trey, and you've had a Trey is right. You only get one more time to agree with Trey in this.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You're like, oh, just
because I'm cooking with fish grease. Now this is a fish fry. Everybody getting their piece. Come on. I got y'all today. I'm gonna hook up a crab boil after this. We all getting fed today. What's up?
Well, one more time. Trey can get 3 agrees from one person, okay?
Nah, he tried to play that out and keep his. That's why he didn't talk to her at the mixer. Think about it. Christoph never talked to her at that mixer. Not once.
Because he promised Malika he wouldn't talk to her much.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he promised. You're right. He promised her that, but he volunteered that he was not going to talk to her much. So he play your rules. If I don't say anything, keep it smooth. I might can finagle this, and me and Kiki just ride out behind the scenes.
Oh, you talking about side chick rules? You saying Kinga know the side chick rules and she played her position?
Listen, when she said, "Oh, he promised me to take me to Iceland," she looked like she was excited for some odd reason.
Yeah, she was.
She was just straight delusional because she was like, "You promised me the world." So I think I might switch it to what you said, Trey. It's like he fake ended it with or he ended it with Malika, so that way he could stick it with her, stick it out with Kinga. So because she was straight delusional with what she was talking about at the mixer, so I was like, okay, what?
So Ari, tell me this. Was it strange to you when Malika went back to the apartment that she walked into the house with her shoes on with a fast food bag of food? And I said, girl, for someone who real meticulous about washing these floors, you certainly walking in here with the shoes from the mixer all the way to the dining table. Those are the little things I noticed. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I did. I didn't really register the shoes part, but I did notice that she went back to the apartment that they had shared. I was like, what are you going back there for? Y'all are broken up. Y'all been broken up since before the mixer. So what the hell are you doing? But I mean, she was just like people have said, she was very prideful and trying to portray this fruit fly. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry, it was buzzing on my face. She wants to present this perfect picture. So in that way, she was, I guess, delusional, if you want to call it. I'm not sure if you want to really call it that, but that's the only thing that comes to my mind at the moment for her. So she
Why Kinga come wearing white? Does she want us to think of her as a bride?
yes. Yes, because she was hella delusional because of the fact that she was like, "You promised me the world." Like, I'm never gonna let that go. But
Men will promise you just about anything once they get to the promised land. Please,
yeah,
Kinga.
I'm just
She
saying.
want to come across as a bride. She want to come across as she's being pure. And my image is purity. We put forth purity. I've been used in this situation. Believe me, whatever I might say. Nah, I ain't jocking that. Because here's the problem with this. Either way you cut it, we're going to keep it playing. Let's keep it playing. Either way you cut it, you knew when this man came back that he was in the whole quote unquote relationship with Malika. And yet he's coming at you trying to holler at you. The smart thing for you to do would have been, you know what? Hang on, whatever he tells you, hit up Malika first. But like, hey, what's going on between you and Christoph? Is that over? Is it done? Just to get the feel of it. Hey, whatever she might say. But no, you didn't do that.
Well, we
Because she was
really
delusional.
didn't hear from Kinga that she heard that they had broken up. I mean, we didn't hear that she knew, with the
that's my point.
promises that he said that.
But that's
Sam,
my
that's
point.
twice.
Doesn't
Sam,
matter.
that's twice. Okay.
Do it again, Sam. Do it again. But nah, that's my point. It don't matter if she said it or not. That's the first move you should have did. The fact that you not to bring it up where she didn't even say where he told me y'all was done.
Well, 71% of you think that it ain't done. 71% of you in this whole, I stopped the poll. 71% of you think that Kinga and Christoph left the door open and they could be kicking it still. Okay. I don't believe none of them. All three of them. And it could be because of production. I'm going to leave that star out there. Because I don't think Malika would intentionally, because she's so image conscious, intentionally go with that kind of storyline to allow herself to look bad. That's what I don't think. But now all of a sudden, Christoph want to tell me, Malika told me not to talk to her, so I'm going to honor that. Really? You didn't honor the proposal. You asked her to marry you. So I really don't trust him. But I need, again, this is an edited, produced show. This is not all that the person is. But I really did not think Christoph was going to be my F-boy of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Philippe was in the running for that for me.
Right.
Christoph, he was suspicious, but I wasn't making him my F-boy of the season.
This is not a full aha. I told you, but I would like to be put on record. I told y'all last week on that first episode
You did.
what Christoph was. So exactly what he was. He's probably the most dangerous guy on there because he has so much emotional intelligence. He is such in control of his emotions that he uses to manipulate the situation. He did it here. Now, this is also the reason why, because I peeped that, why this whole thing don't make sense. That's why I think we may have been, I'm going to call it out, we may have been giving a slightly fake storyline for drama's sake purposes.
Right. We possibly could. That's why, again, all of them are welcome to come on here. And that is also why production introduced us to Kinga the way they did. Remember, I kept saying, why did we only hear her voice, hearing the siren song? They were setting us up to put her in that, siren, persona. They set it up. Okay. Christoph should have gotten the Giovanni English voice dub. If you know and you've been around here for Love is Blind Italy, Giovanni is diabolical. Okay, A Smooth is diabolical. Thank you to Go to Africa for gifting 5 L Citizen memberships. Y'all, we got to dance. We got to dance and drop it low. Yes, thank you so much for gifting the memberships. Welcome to the new L Citizen members. We already have 15 members, new members. We have a messy member Monday, and that is for only 18 and over. Make sure you have your headphones in. It's gotten scandalous over the past few weeks because the members are saying, girl, you ain't scandalous or dirty enough. So
I want to put it on record. I never said that. So don't blame me.
Ari never said that. Ari has
when
been trying
y'all
to keep
get up in
together.
there. Yeah, don't blame me when y'all get up in there and be like clutching y'all invisible pearls or non-existent ones because she done been off the rails.
There are member emojis, including clutching your pearls, okay? And this Monday, I'm sorry, Trey. This Monday is dedicated to the male form, okay? We will be celebrating the
what
male
are you hanging
form.
your head for? You're a man. What are you hanging your head for?
They had lovely strippers for the bachelorette party for Poland. We will be celebrating the male form. Okay, so that is for the members on Monday, and also on Saturdays before this live, we get to have our raw, unfiltered opinion before we get in front of mixed company. Okay, this is we are behaving ourselves in mixed company. We're in the living room. But yes, welcome to all the new members, and thank you again to Go to Africa. Where should we go to next? Because I'm tired of these three.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say something, but then you guys really kind of covered it, so there's no point in me saying anything. You're just beating a dead horse at this point. So yeah, let's go to somebody else.
Who would you like to go to, Ari?
I don't know. You can pick again. I don't really mind who we go to next.
Yasik and Yulita. I like his place. I'm sorry. I like how Yasik talked to her son. I don't know, Poland, y'all are fine with the 18-year-old drinking age. I loved his conversation with her son. It was great that it was on camera. I wasn't going to be mad if it was off camera. I was not going to be mad at all, but it was lovely to see that. But these two and recreating the pods, I ain't got to see your face, has always been the doom of a relationship to me. Because I don't want to see your face no more in order to connect with you. And he's trying to tell her, my therapist says this is what I need. This is how to communicate with me. And she ain't trying to hear it. And he also is not considering her when he opening up his schedule to work and they don't have time to see each other to build a relationship. What are your thoughts, Ari, on these two, Yasik and Yulita?
Yeah, the whole going into the closet thing was weird. I was like, what do you do? Like, shut up. Stop it. Like, y'all need to just I wasn't really feeling him anyway because he was at the real. He was so freaked out. I was like, ugh, turning me off. Like I thought he was cute until he started saying all that stuff at the reveal. I was like, ugh, he just became ugly to me because of that. And then I was like, ugh, like my God, today. I was like, ugh, it's nasty. I was just like, but she seemed to not be upset about it like Marta was with Damien, so who we'll get to in 20-30 minutes. And so but so I was like, okay. I mean, I did like his conversation with her son, and I think her son has a good head on his shoulders personally from what I saw, because he was trying to support his mom in this whole journey, unlike Yulia's mom. So because even though he had reservations about the whole process, he's like, I'm going to try my best to understand it and accept it as best as I can for an 18-year-old, or at least 18-year-old at the time. He may be 19 by now. So, yeah, so I did like that conversation.
Y'all, I did put the poll up. Hey, Kisi, good to see you. Hola, ¿cómo está?
But
Yulisa and Yasik, will they marry? The poll, you put only the number. Do you agree? Yes, they're still together. 2, no. 3, yes, but divorced by reunion. And 4, no, but still dating. Only put the number for your vote in this, okay?
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've always kept missing each other, unfortunately, throughout this entire process. And neither was without their faults. Like you said, he wasn't considering her when he was going all out with his hours. I mean, I get it, he's a barber, and from I don't know if they make commission along with like a base like hourly rate or anything like that. So I'm not sure like what that uh what he makes typically. So I can maybe see why he would want to do that, but he still should have said something instead of just blatant. Because if you're gonna just not talk to her about it, because then I think she even said we're gonna keep missing each other because we're not seeing each other. So on the one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, it's still wrong for you not to do anything, say anything about it. So, but then she's not really expressing anything. So, and I can see why he would think that she like he can't read her because she's not giving him anything. So, and I mean, I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I can understand like I can't if I can't tell what you're really thinking, then I'm going to get in my head and spiral. And for someone with ADHD, they might go even worse because they're already kind of have a lot of energy to them anyway. And I think with guys, they tend to be a lot more the hyper, maybe, like if you want to put a word to it. So I mean, see how he would get in his head. So they're not without their faults. I haven't put it in the chat yet, but I thank you for putting that fourth option because I didn't think about that. I think they're gonna, end up saying no, but try to date afterwards, but it's not gonna work out in the long run because of that. When people say no but try to date afterwards, it never works out. So
right. But
I think
Ari, he's the one that took physical between the sheets off the table,
which is something he should do, because that shouldn't be the basis of your relationship. And if that's what they were really doing all the time, then that's not gonna pan out either. So
did he get the sense that she only wants me for my body?
I think she made some like offhand comment at the bachelorette party, was it?
Yep.
That she was like the physical part was out of this world, basically. And she was missing that from what I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, take that with what you will.
Holy moly says ADHD people. She already said earlier that she is an ADHDer. So we're going to take exactly what she says. People require clear, concise communication, so this will never work. I will add one more thing: clear, concise, consistent communication. Because don't be flip-flopping and changing your vocabulary. If you say it one way and you mean it this way, keep it consistent as well. Because then they're going to be like, well, wait a minute, it meant that way last week, but it means this way. It's going to have them, not being on a solid ground.
Ping pong.
Right. Thank you. As I always tell you all, my youngest is ADHD and autistic. So I can't, that consistency is huge. Trey, and y'all, for those of you not coming in, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for being here. Make sure you also put only the number in the comment section for how you wish to vote. On the side here, 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know which way I'm doing it because It's opposite on my screen, which way I'm pointing. So Trey, what about these two? Because I love when he high-fived Madonna on the way in, and I love the Mona Lisa with her gazungas out in the photo. I need that photo. Okay, I want that piece of artwork. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm a different kind of woman. I love that photo. But I don't think Yulita want all his friends coming to fingerprint at her house.
Yulita wants Yasik to F her and shut up. That is the energy she has been giving him ever since she experienced him. The problem is Yasik is really out here trying to develop a relationship with her. I'm actually seeing him do the work to try and develop some type of relationship and see if this can go forward. Okay. I'm not seeing so much from her. I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. Now, let's start this off, okay? He met the son. This was a very, very important meeting for multiple reasons. And for the most part, I think it went very well. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, just God talk. Bring the ladies in, God talk. The son was actually trying to assert a lot of dominance in them speaking together when they first started off. Okay, he was trying to bump his chest against Yasik. He really was. Yasik caught it. He caught what he was trying to do and understood. Yasik stood. There was a lot of things being said, not being said in this conversation. Yasik stood his ground, but he also acknowledge him like, I get you. I understand what you're trying to do, and you're right to do so. As soon as that happened, the son demeanor changed. And he went, yo, I actually kind of like this guy. Yeah, he brought his energy down real quick. Because Yasik didn't. There was a few moments where I was like, hey man, you might need to set this little more down. Hold on. Getting kind of, hold on, bro. But Yasik did the right thing. Hey, I get it. I was in that situation. I understand. Told you why I understood. Oh, okay. He told her to relax, but not without saying relax. Just able to relax. I get you. I understand you more than you think I do. And I'm trying to let you know my intentions with your mother off rip. He even checked him. That there was a little part he said it made me laugh. It was a little bit of a G-check. He said, like, yeah, I ain't trying to be your daddy. I said, ooh, hold on. that was some heat that he threw back at the son. It was a G-check moment. Because the son came in and was like, nah, you ain't gonna be my daddy. Hold on, bro. He's like, nah, I ain't trying to be your daddy. That's a slight G-check moment. Because in that moment, I'm going to say something. In that moment, Yasik was actually being the father that little boy needed. In that moment. And it was after that point, they were more on equal terms, laughing and talking. And to the point that the son was saying a few things. I'm trying to remember exactly the words exactly saying. The son was saying a few things almost as if like he knows his mama.
He said we have a mutual enemy.
Yeah, that stuck out to me when he said that. He knows his mama. He loves her dearly, but he knows his mama. He knows how she could probably get. It's almost like he was warning her. Listen, he was warning Yasik like, hey, bro, you about to go through it in a second. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. I like you though. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got an ally over here. You got an ally over here, which is huge. That's why when he went back, when Yasik went back and talked to Yulita, if you notice, Yulita was understandably so, but she was so nervous about what happened, what the conversation was like. What did y'all talk about? Give me details. Yasik was like, it's cool. We good. She was just still like, I need to know what was said. What was going on? Yeah, that told a lot.
Well, remember, Yasik also said that your mother said, this is what you need. She told me in the pods. And what I appreciated was he stayed with that. Your mother said she wanted someone just to basically be your friend and not ignore you. And that's what I'll do. Basically also check in with him to say, is this exactly what you need from me?
Is that what you need? And I'm going to be honest with you. The son kind of acknowledged that, yes, but secretly, he wants more.
Yes.
He wants and probably needs more for his own development. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that going to be Yasik? I don't know. But how the conversation started off, say what you want to say about Yasik. I'm not seeing a bad role model there. I'm not really. He
grew on me. He grew on me, but I need to know what happened on vacation. I need to know what he said to offend her.
I don't think we're ever going to know. It's one of those things.
Yulita, please come to the channel and let us know what happened in Greece. Thank you.
I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be one of those. Yeah, the way this is going, I'm like, okay. I'm actually more worried for him. He is trying. He is literally trying. And now he says something which is a strong stickler of mine. You can't get on me about not having communication when we're not even communicating with me. You're not even. Yes, I'm a talker because of my ADHD. I have to talk. You need to talk to me. Like, he's beckoning her, and she's just sitting there silent. I'm like, woman, are you listening? It's almost like she made a statement. She said, she has to deal with kids all day, right? What is she exactly?
She said she learned she has patience for her students, but having patience with a significant other is a whole other level.
It is. That's very true. That is very true. Because there's times where I feel like she's trying to treat Yasik as a kid. I'm like, yo, this is a grown behind man. I caught a few instances where she was kind of talking to him like he was some little boy. And I caught him checking himself from reacting to it. I caught him checking himself. He was like, hold on.
Okay. So I got a question. I just thought about this. And we saw this with Marta and Damien, but do you think that what she had a problem with on the vacation was that he joked too much? And that's
but
her
she joked too.
Yeah.
And she agreed that their relationship was based on jokes and egging each other.
But like with Marta, though, I think her problem is he may be joking too much and it's getting on her nerves. So do you think that's what it is?
No.
Because
she agreed to the jokes. She said, I love the fact we joke.
Yeah, it wasn't too much. She said, I pointed this out last week. This is why I had a problem with. She said it herself. She said, yeah, and remember I said she started just joking in the first place. And he responded like, oh, this is what we're doing? Oh, okay. So she started this in the first place. And I said last week, they never set boundaries to put them at the same thing I said with Camille and Yulia earlier. Joking around is one thing, but if y'all don't set certain boundaries up or know where those boundaries are with that person, somebody's going to say a joke that's going to cross the line. But the problem is they never knew what the line was in the first place that could be crossed. My problem with Yulita was she said it herself. I like the way we joke. It's great, but I'm what she didn't say I'm concerned. She said I'm looking out for when it's taken too far. And I went, wait a minute, why are you looking for that? Why are you looking for him to cross the line when you have never set a boundary where that line was in the first place?
And I mean, I think maybe part of it is the line issue, but I think I'm with mostly with Holy Moly here that just like Marta, she said she was okay with the joking, but then it became too much, and now is not okay with it because it might be half and half of what I'm thinking and the whole line part. And so now she doesn't know what to do because she can't say, well, I don't like the joking because she said she like you said, Trey, she's the one that started the joking in the first place. So she can't really say anything now because she started it. So what she doesn't even look like a hypocrite if she says something. So now she's acting cold. So
But
I think
now
that
he's joking and he ain't laying her out. So I
right.
can't laugh.
I truly think it's not too many jokes because, like I said, she's giving out just as much. See, Malta and Damien is different. We'll get to them. That's a different situation. They're both joking on each other. I truly think is whatever joke he made was so big that it crossed whatever line that she had. But that's also my biggest issue with it. You never pointed out what the line is
Right.
in the first place.
Right. And
So
if she told him, he would have stood the line. He would have told the line.
Yeah,
well, please, I'm about to end this poll. Please, just like Ricky Star did, put the number in the comment section for which you believe will Yulita and Yasik marry. There's yes, still together. 2, no. 3 is yes, but divorced by reunion. And 4 is no, but still dating. Okay. And for the members, I have posts up there. I usually translate for you what's going on in the comment section in the Poland side of things. The Polish people pull no punches. Okay. The Polish people pull no punches. They actually say what they mean and they mean what they say. Members, also, there is a spoiler alert for one of the couples. Don't go to the other side of that post, the second photo, unless you want to know exactly who got married. We're going to keep it a secret here. But the members, you could go to that post and see exactly who it is. Because somebody forgot, production told them don't do nothing. And they went and did something government-wise, and it's public information, and somebody caught it and put it out there on my channel on Tickety Talk. Okay? So I said, let me tell the members who want to know who got married and who did that. But Yulita, I'm about to, once we finish, I'll cut it off. Go ahead, Trey.
I was just about to say about that dope joke. I said this last week. I still think it was some type of morbid joke about unaliving or some way, shape, or form. I think it was along those lines, and that's going to be a sensitive area for her. You know, but like I still say, the problem is she was already making jokes of that caliber first. So it's like, yo, come on now. And it didn't help if you caught it. You know what? They didn't do it in front of her. But do you remember when she was going in for her dressing? Is that her sister or her friend?
I thought
it was a mother and her sister, right?
I think so. Or no, it was her cousin. Her cousin, because I remember her saying that it was like her aunt, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I wondered about that. How is it that she went through all of that tragedy at 19, having her son, and unfortunately you're not only married, but the father of her son also unaliving himself within 6 months span, all these things.
Yeah.
And she said she had to raise her son alone, yet we're here to support you with the dress fitting. Is it that we have mended fences?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just that production and the translation she wasn't necessarily alone, but it was difficult?
Whatever it was, it ain't just him unaliving himself. There's something more about this because they made a comment. They brought up the whole Yulita brought it up first. The whole comment, it's 16. And it was like, just looking at her,
yep.
16. And it was like, it's the day that he unalived himself. But this is also damn when fitting. And then Yasa told me this is also the day for new beginnings. This, that, and third.
It's their
The
wedding
mom,
day. The day he
the wedding
unalived
day,
himself will be her wedding day.
which is that's kind of freaky by
Production.
itself. That's kind of freaky.
Production. That was bad. I would have switched their wedding day just for that.
That's kind of freaky.
Real.
But if you notice, the mom made a face. Like, and I don't know why, but that face concerned me for some reason. Like, what was that? Like, you know, maybe she was thinking the same thing we thinking now. That's weird. Like, hold on, what?
Right.
Oh.
She made a.
Yeah, it was like she thought about it and then it hit her. Like, I was like, what's going on there? Something's up with that. Something's up with that. Yeah, it was just weird. Like, this couple, I'm gonna call it out. I feel like Yolita is passive aggressive and she is self-sabotaging this relationship for some odd reason. Well, not completely. It's like she wants to keep him around, but she's not doing the work to put in to actually do so. So what's going on here? That's why I said what I started with this earlier. It seemed like she just want a little cabana boy to keep around for her needs. That's what it's feeling like. This is weird. And she kind of knows that if she says that, hey, I just want to be your hookup this day. Can I keep that on? I don't think he's the type of guy that's gonna go for that. He's gonna be like, nah, I'm not doing that.
He's hauling oats. No, I can't go for that.
You know, so it's like, it seems like she's just trying to hang on to it and let it ride out.
They are a striking looking couple though.
Yeah,
but here's the thing.
One of the best of girls.
Exactly. Striking looking couple. Here's the thing. I had a new found level for him. One, I told you all the high-fiving the Virgin Mary statue. I really like that as a girl growing up in Catholic school. That was me. But when he brought his diagnosis and he was trying to educate her on what he needed, this is what my therapist has said. This is how to communicate well with me. This is how we can do better. I said, okay, Yasik, you really want to make this work. You are really looking for a marriage, a relationship, and you're willing to help her understand you. But she didn't want to listen. She didn't want to hear it. She barely wanted to talk because he said we could talk for 20 minutes. She's like, no, 15.
Okay. Her whole face was, yeah, right. I don't give a F about that. That was her whole face. I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing in this moment? This is crazy right now. This is crazy. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Right. Where are we going next?
There's only one couple, isn't there?
No, we have two more.
Got two more.
Okay. Well, you blacked out a couple, Ari?
Yes, apparently.
So is that the couple we should go to next?
No. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do Felipe and Daria.
You want to do them and not Damien and Marta?
Say them for last.
Okay, okay. Felipe and Daria, y'all. Felipe and Daria. Now Daria is coming out as a girl's girl. Okay, she's the Yulia whisperer. Okay, this entire batch of episodes, she got Yulia to listen to her, to understand what's going on, and to behave a little bit different. And she comforted her at the dress fitting. Daria, you're gonna have to be her emotional support person when she got to move to Norway. And by the way, as I say Norway, today is Norway's National Day. You know, happy National Day to Norway. This is their Constitution Day. So some of the Norwegian folks in the comments said, hey, girl, I'm going to have to catch the replay on your live because we about to party, okay? I ain't mad about it at all. This is your Constitution Day, May 17th. Now, Daria and Philippe. Philippe, I understand you. Mama El Cid is a flight attendant. And I know Michelle gonna have it in the comments. She's our resident flight attendant. When you do a 5-hour flight, it is not the same as us being a passenger. They have to do checks. They have to do service. There's so much they have to do. Forbid if he is also on announcements and also catering to the cabin crew. But here's my thing, Philippe. Why do we have a whole engineering degree and we're still a flight attendant steward? What are we doing? And Daria, I'm gonna need you to find a hobby and stop saying this man is too short for you when your daddy is only an inch taller than him. Okay? I'm gonna need you to stop there.
No.
Trey, start. Go ahead.
No, I checked. Felipe is taller than her father. I checked.
Okay.
I rewinded and checked again. Felipe is taller than her father.
Okay.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? She been calling this dude short, and when I rewind, he shook his father's hand. He was taller than his father. I was like, what are we talking about? Whatever. Okay, listen. You know, Daria, that last comment, she confuses me. Okay? Daria gave Yulia some great advice. She was there for her. It was good. It was some good stuff. And I immediately went, why can't you take your own advice? How are we getting lost here? Okay? Because even from y'all, I'm going to get on Felipe in a second, but even from y'all, ever since y'all met, to how y'all got together, down at the vacation, even to now, seem like you've been trying to find excuses to get up out of here for whatever reason. The funny thing is, Felipe is kind of giving you some excuses, but you seem to not want to take those. So what's really going on here? Which leads me to Felipe. Like, yo, all right, bro, I get you. With the job you have, he was very straight up with her from day one. What his job entails, what he has to do, how it's going to look. You're not going to take, I'm not just downplaying that. He told her from day one in the past how that would look. Now they're out here in the real world, and it's looking exactly how he said it would look. Okay. He's coming home. He said, just give me an hour or so to decompress. Give me an hour or so just to decompress. She told me, now I give you 20 minutes. What are we doing so?
He said he wanted to sleep. Bro wants to sleep. Let him sleep.
Like,
he just wants to play.
Get a 20-minute nap. She want to be on go, not only with the physical, but with everything else she want to do. And it sounds like he's been servicing her. So now he's like, yo, can I get 20 minutes, an hour? Can I get an hour? No, you can get 20. No, how about 15? 10. What? Okay, hold on. Nah, yo.
She got jet lag service, Trey, so she wasn't tired enough. Ooh.
Listen. You know, I would be fair and say, you may be in a situation where their libido levels are not the same. And honestly, that's okay. It is okay. You know what I'm saying? That might be another reason why this may not work out. But come on. Yes, be realistic. This is everyday life here. This man is working. He is employed. He has a career here. Even though I'm with Elsie, how you got a whole engineering degree and you're a flight attendant. There's a lot about Felipe going on that we just don't know. And that's the part that's concerning me.
Stop giving him a Latin name. It's Philippe.
Thank you. I was like,
hey, I'm trying to get him some extra juice or something. Because that whole meeting with her parents was kind of weird to me. It was a little weird, okay?
But her mama loved him. Her mama loved him.
Which, honestly, that to tell me the mama actually wasn't running things around there. So that's all that matters. Seemed like.
But why is mama moving this man technically into her daughter's space? And all he did was bring you those flowers. How is mama living?
They are, you know what? I'm going to say it. Her mama is the opposite of Yulia's mama. She trying to get Daria out of there. Okay? I'm tired of you. Take her, please. You seem like a half-decent guy, which we may have problems with Felipe, but he does come across as a half-decent guy, at least thus far. I said thus far, there's nothing crazy.
What do you mean? What do you mean there's nothing crazy?
The only issues that we have seen with Felipe up to this point has been his only family issues and the lack of knowledge thereof.
And grabbing her badonka donks? And saying she's a hot piece of ass.
I'm sorry.
Come on now.
You know what? I'm gonna say. I said this last week. I'm gonna say it again about this couple. If a person put out red flags, but the person is accepting of those red flags, that's the energy they want. You ain't gonna hear me talk about it, because that's the energy Daria puts out in the first place.
Nothing must have kicked in. I don't know. Do you drink coffee, Trey?
Now I drink tea. I started drinking coffee years ago.
Okay.
But now I'm being serious. That's the type of. This is why there probably was a good match after all. Daria was putting grab my ass energy from day one. Okay. Remember what we said about her? She was doing the same thing as Kinga in the pods. Same energy. She just did it better. She got a little player in her. Just a little bit. But the energy is there. So they're kind of matching there. Obviously, they've been getting it in, and she's been liking it because she wants a lot more of it. So that really ain't the issue with them. The issue with him that I have, bro, what is this thing with you and your family? Because it's bothering him. And it's bothering him so much that it's causing him to doubt the relationship with Daria. Which honestly, I think he should doubt anyway. But still, that's what's causing him to doubt the relationship with Daria. Because he done said it a couple of times. The fact that my family have not, have put that back up. She was right about that.
Well, we haven't seen any evidence that he's a flight attendant or has a job.
No, we've seen some evidence of that. Now we ain't gonna go that far. He definitely was in another country when he faced her with this and that and third. He had on his little flight attendant outfit. We saw that now.
Yeah, he had a cutesy outfit. I was trying to figure out which airline that was based on his uniform, and I was like, dude, you shouldn't be on this show in your uniform. But yo, we put the poll up. Again, put only the number that corresponds to what you think. Yes, they're still together. Will Philip and Daria get married? Yes, they're still together. 2 for no, 3 for yes, but divorced by reunion, and 4 for no, but still dating. Okay? Just put the number in the comment and it will register the vote. Everybody putting down 3. Daggone it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a 2. Thank you, holy moly.
I got a feeling like he this
what
guy.
What if he ordered a uniform off Amazon?
Listen, everybody, stop looking for diabolical things to happen. Just take the diabolicalness that they're giving us. It's enough there. Because the diabolicalness from him is him and his family and what's going on with that. Because not only that, his homeboys didn't show up.
Not till the last minute.
His homeboys,
not till the wedding.
They showed up. Okay, that's the wedding. I'm talking about at the little meeting get together. Everybody invited their friends with the fellas. His homeboys didn't show up.
Not to the outfits and not to the bachelor party.
What's going on? There's something more there. So what is going on? Now I can understand if your family don't want to film. Look, I get it. Your family don't want to film. I get that. But if you remember, he said they still will probably want to meet you, just can't be on camera. In a later episode, one of the ladies asked Daria, did you at least meet the family yet? She said, no. I went, wait, what's going on here? Why you didn't meet them yet then? Because he definitely said they was willing to meet you off camera. What happened? Something is happening here behind the scenes that's causing him to stress the heck out. Because every time I look at him, he looks stressed for some daggone reason.
But he said the family don't want any more of his shenanigans. What have been his past shenanigans?
Thank you. The diabolicalness is there. What has he done for them to be reacting this way? This one was telling me his own homeboys didn't show up for the bull crap, as it will call it. If he's in the shenanigans, usually your boys will be like, you know what, we'll show up for your bull crap. It's entertaining. They didn't want to show up. What's going on here? What's up? He got some secret family out here? What's going on?
Not him being a
He got baby mamas out the woodwork. What's happening?
Aria, he a flight attendant. He could go anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Literally. He can have stuff in different countries, and that's probably like he got shenanigans going on. That's why I say there's a lot of diabolicalness right there in front of our face. They're just not telling us what's going on here. What's up with this?
They edited that out. They edited all that stuff out and gave him this edit.
This is weird. This is weird. This is peculiar. I'm gonna use a different word. This is peculiar. This is very peculiar what's happening here. Okay.
Y'all got Trey bringing out his vocabulary.
You know what fascinates me as well?
Yes, Trey, he lost his sight.
Yes, that happened. You know what fascinates me as well? Daria definitely knows a lot more than we do, of course, because she's in it. But she seems to be with it to a certain extent.
Yes. She's diabolical too.
This is why they probably are that's why I say they probably are a very good match, actually.
Yeah. Well, everybody is saying yes, but divorced by reunion. Ari.
I can believe that.
Ari, what you got for me on this?
Okay, so first thing I wanted to say was I disagree with Trey about the libido thing, because remember, he was grabbing on her booty, as Elsie likes to call it, at the reveal, and he was liking what he was seeing, and I'm willing to bet they did the do on the vacation. So I don't think the libido's all that off. I think the problem is his job, and he's just so tired he can't do anything because he's tired from working. Like he's like you said, Elsie, they never get a break really. They don't get the chance to just sit there and sleep if they want to, or just relax and sit down. So I think the issue is his job, not the fact that he has a low libido. I think that's
lower because of his. I'm saying he's lower because of his job situation right now. He comes on, he's tired. He literally like, yo, can I get an hour? Can I just give me an hour? That's why I say it's off right now. They got this. I think they both have very good
same libido, which is high because she seems pretty high herself. But I think he's on the same level as her. If he wasn't,
I think they're on the same level. It's just right now because of circumstances, they're missing each other. She's ready to go right now. As soon as he get home, he's like, "Yo, can I get an hour?"
Yeah, because she don't have the same sort of.
Yeah, she's just home.
Job, so like
she's just home. She's good. She's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." He's like, "Yo, I had a 14-hour flight. I need some rest. I need some rest."
Yeah, he needs 12 hours of rest with that 14 hours. But okay, but yeah, I think that the reason why his family doesn't want to be around, and I'm not going to just talk about his mama because he only brought up his mama, but I think his mom was like, I don't want no parts of this, because she was like, if I come on camera, I'm going to say something foul about you, and I don't look like the bad guy. So, yeah, several REM cycles. But so she doesn't want to look like the bad guy because she's probably going to say something foul because her mouth is slick. And so because her mouth is slick, she's like, I don't want to look like the bad guy because I like she already, because he already mentioned that when he was around a teenager, his mom sat him and his brothers or siblings down and said, look, I can't do all this work by myself. You guys are going to have to help me out. So, what now? I think there might be more to the story about her specifically, and maybe as a result, what happened with his dad? Did his dad die? Because I don't remember what he said about his dad, but
I can't remember what he said about his dad. It was mainly him and his mom. I think the mom left. Not mom, the dad left. Because the mom said she was working and she lined them up and said, I ain't gonna be the only one doing stuff, and that's how he learned to maintain and cook and do all these other things.
Okay, thank you.
If I remember correctly. He lined him and his brother up. Ain't somebody got a twin? Is he a twin?
Yeah, he's the twin, and he has an older brother or something.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Or sister or something like that. But yeah, thank you. Because I was like,
where's the twin? Because I ain't see him in the group of friends. Was
maybe
his actual brothers there?
Or peculiar. Peculiar.
Maybe he has a fraternal twin, and maybe the fraternal. I'm trying to justify it at this point, but
we're grabbing at straws, y'all.
Yeah.
We're grabbing at straws. But again, y'all put the number in the comment that agrees with the prompt here. 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for yes but divorced by reunion, and 4 but no but still dating. What do you think about Philippe and Daria? Will they marry this Wednesday? Only one episode, y'all, for Poland, and we got to get through at least 4 weddings.
But so yeah, I think she and maybe by extension the rest of the family is probably going to say something foul, and so they don't want to go on. I don't know, but anyways, I think that they are that, like, I still don't believe that she wants this man. I still don't believe she wants him.
Thank you.
But
he's just convenient. He's just there.
And
her mama wants him, so that's the sticker.
The mama wants him.
I noticed a change in her after she met her mom and parents and stuff. All of a sudden, she kind of started to give a bit more in a relationship. I was like, this is, which happens a lot when you meet parents. Oh, now that I know the parents cool with you, now I can, be more open. And yeah, it was a bit weird because she was worried when he met the parents. That was going to be a big thing. The dad and the uncle, was that her uncle? Whoever that was, the older guy.
Grandfather, her grandparents who've been married for, I think he said, over 57 years.
Yeah.
And then her parents. Yeah.
He failed. He failed that whole meet with the dad and the granddad. That went horrible. It went bad. But half of it wasn't his fault because they were purposely trying to make it go bad. They were trying to, they were going at him. They was trying to get at him.
Holy moly, there will be a reunion. It's just that we don't know when the reunion is.
Right.
It could be like
it could be the following week, or it could be the weekend.
Yeah, it could be Sunday after, or it's just we just don't know because they didn't actually put the episodes like when they come out on Netflix. So it's just, but yeah, and this is gonna be kind of like a diabolical comment, maybe, or off the wall comment. I think that they will say yes and be divorced by reunion, but it's gonna be because of him. And I say it's gonna be because of him because I think he's getting tired of her ish. I think he's getting tired of her crap, especially with the whole job situation. And so I think he's gonna end up possibly cheating like Christoph, and they're gonna she's not gonna stand for it, and so she's gonna end up calling it quits by the reunion because he's probably gonna find someone in another country, in one of those other countries like Japan or something, or wherever he was in Asia, and he's gonna be like, well, she's listening to me and she's not nagging me about my job being so off, and we can't connect or anything physically or otherwise. And so he's gonna be like, I don't want this crap no more. And but yeah, that's my diabolical moment for
he gonna cheat. Maybe we're gonna find out that he was telling untruths about his family. Or remember, we have a big problem. We don't know where we will live. He want to live in Tri-City, and she want to live, where she is, close to Warsaw. We already don't know where we're going to live. So again, if she don't want to uproot and she's saying, my mother's making room for you in my place, that was her kind of putting her foot down that we going to live over at my place. We don't even know how far the airport is. Will he have to transfer airlines? Does his airline, is that the hub that he is based out of? There's so much that they have not built a foundation on that I'm like, these two, I'm thinking is a no. We haven't decided on basic life stuff.
And it was kind of set up that way. To me, when you do things like, okay, again, he told you in the pause, he's like, yeah, I can't move from Tri-City. He told her that. Now all of a sudden you put your foot down, it's going to be Warsaw. You're setting it up for it to be a no. You know, you already pre-setting up the reasons why it's going to be a no for whatever reason you want to give. It's pre-set up. You know, it's like, okay.
It is. But these two don't need to be together. I know her mama is happy for her, but I don't think so. I don't know. But we are, Tere, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Everybody is getting only 3 times to agree with Trey today, and you've exhausted your time.
Listen, yo, you get an extra piece of fish for me. All right, you get an extra piece. You know what I'm saying? Extra piece. There's some extra crab legs.
Y'all would not have me. Y'all would not have me dealing with a Trey that say everybody agree with me. See, I'm correct. I'm not gonna be dealing with that all week.
You ain't gonna worry about that. I'm cooking with fish grease today. We ain't playing. All right. Enough of this. These people are weird. These people are weird. Okay.
You've exhausted your I agree with Trey comments. But I'm just joking. But these two, again, I don't see it. I don't see them being together. Is there anything else y'all want to do? Because y'all, if you have not put the number in the comment section that corresponds with the answer that you agree with, will Philippe and Daria marry? I decided I'm going to use the poll situation here in StreamYard so we could, Terry, thank you, Terry, for telling me, because I was giving you the Spanish Terry. That was what was in my head. Thank you, Terry, for that, not for agreeing with Trey. Okay.
Your own people.
Hey, I got to see you again on Tuesday to talk about Game of Thrones. I think we up to what, season 7. We got to cover that. I can't have that. I can't have you in my ear all week. You're like, I was right. The people say I was right.
You ain't gonna hear me say that. I ain't got to. They already said it.
Yeah. Okay. Ari, is there anything else with Philippe and Daria that you want to say to give people a little more time to vote?
No, I think I said it all.
Okay, but just to go back, to go to Africa, what I did find out from the folks that are Polish that are in my comment section, of course, thank you always for being open, honest, and letting me know what's going on. There is counseling. There is counseling available to the Polish people. I mean, for lack of a better term, they do have a form of universal health care, and they can get therapy. They can get therapy. Now he looked tired in the photo. Holy moly. He need rest from the photo.
You do.
I think what happens to these couples, I think many a time when they take them from the pods straight over to a vacation, they get to see the person in vacation mode and they don't see them in real life mode. So they think, I'm going to still get vacation Philip, who didn't have to fly, who wasn't jet lagged, who was able to be a passenger on a flight. If y'all don't understand, it is different for a flight attendant who is a passenger versus one who is working a flight. So again, folks are just seeing the happy-go-lucky, we're on cloud 9 and realize, wait a minute, we got to go back to the ground floor. That's what's happening with many a couple. Go ahead, Trey. I'm about to close the poll.
It's a hot take. I've always thought this. I never brought it up. Do you think they should switch the vacation time to later in the season? Say,
no.
After they do the fiance thing, go straight into the apartments and probably do the vacation sometime towards the end, then come back and do the weddings?
No, because we have to get you while you're overly censoring. This is your first time seeing this person. I've got to capture all of your first in seeing them, hearing them, cohabitating with them. It is a great process to catch them in the midst of spiraling into adjusting to actually seeing the person, hearing them. And now I got to figure out having breakfast, because here's the thing. How Jacek don't realize that Yulita don't drink coffee and you just spent 4 days with her in Greece. 4 mornings.
That's weird.
that you ain't seen her pick up that coffee, and your ADHD brain should have clocked that.
That's weird. It is weird.
She never said, "Bring me a cup of coffee." She did. She didn't.
Not once. Obviously, I didn't even see a coffee maker in the room. So I mean,
Well, we
Well,
won't
I
go there.
mean, he did forget to turn on the dishwasher because he put the pot in but didn't turn on. So that, and he said that was his ADHD brain. So I
That
mean,
is, and he could have possibly thought he turned it on. And what if the dishwasher is different to his? Because if his is automatically turned on when you close it, and that pot thing is closed again, okay. So it just, I understand how his brain works, but he's working with a machine that is not the one at home where he would do his usual consistent thing. So that, he gonna need some. He gonna need some work, and he knows it. That's the bottom part. Okay. The last couple, last but certainly not least, Marta and Damian. Now, Marta girl, let's talk. Okay. Why did you have to take off that jacket to talk to MP? Why do we have to show the shoulders and the tattoos when we were talking to MP? Because that, Marta, you say you picked the right man and you're happy with who you picked, but girl, you was glowing in front of MP. That's the side eye, and MP is like, girl, if it don't work out with you and Damian, I'm right here. I'll be finished with my master's by then, but I'm right here. You could call me. I hope we keep in contact after this. Marta, girl, you knew you were looking good. You knew you were looking good. I love Marta too, but Marta, you're playing in my face. You're playing in my face. Damian, here's the thing. You grew on me these episodes. When you were with her with the memorial for her mother, you grew on me and you told me you know how to behave and when to behave. You told me you know how to turn it on and off. Even around your dad, you weren't so jokey. So you know how to behave, Damian. But Damian, where you really got some good respect from me is when Christophe walked in and said he gonna hang out with the man because you got my back. And all the men were saying, yeah, we got your back. Damian said nothing. And he was looking at Christophe like, you really want me to say what I want to say about what you did? That's where, Damian, I put you on a different level. But you're pissed off the flight instructor that got your life in your hands, got your life in their hands when you're about to jump out of plane. I'm going to need you to stop joking because I know it's a stressful situation. Okay? Who would like to go first, covering Damian and Marta?
okay, I guess I'll go first because he's like, no. So I'm more mad at Marta than anything than him because like I had brought up earlier with Yulita and Yasik, she's really the one that has the issue with him joking too much. For real. And I'm over here confused because why are you upset about him joking? He's been like this literally since your first date. Why are you mad? Because he literally joked about you being a baby making factory without actually saying those words verbatim. I mean, the translation may have been off, but I'm going to assume that it was not off. So without actually saying you, like joking that you're a baby making factory, he meant it like that. And you laughed. You laughed at it with him. So miss me with the fake outrage when he's been like this from day one. He did not switch up. He's been like this from day one. So please give it a rest. You can't be this mad and upset when he's been like this from day one. Now, moving over to her flirting with MP. Ma'am, I think MP is your physical type, but Damian is a type that you typically choose because that is what you're used to. Because you even said yourself, that your mom has seen you make bad choices when she was alive, when you were picking men. So that tells me, to me, the type of men that you typically go after or accept and deal with are the Damiens of the world. Even though MP is your physical type. So y'all were basically leaving the door open without saying you're gonna leave the door open, because y'all were flirting like it was going out of style. Like going out of style.
Oh yeah,
So
they were, dancing that line. Y'all, I did put up the poll. Put the 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat corresponding with which you agree with. Will Marta and Damian marry? 1 for yes and still together. 2 for no. 3 for yes but divorced by reunion. And 4 for no but still dating. If you are a member and you have been to the comment section, don't say nothing. We're not doing spoilers out here in mixed company. Okay.
oh dang, I was about to say something and I it went out my head. What was I about to say? Yeah, that's what it was. I think if he hadn't if he wasn't still in grad school and um he wasn't either trying to get established already, or pretty much like already established, most like 100% established, I think she would have given him more of a shot. I don't know if she would have picked him over Damien still, but I think she would have given him more of a chance, and she would have still been dating between him and Damien in the pods, I think. Because like I said, I still think that Damien is the type that she usually deals with, but I just don't think that she would have picked MP over Damien. And I think that's really all I got, honestly.
Now, what I did learn, thank you for the people of Poland again for sharing when I have questions. You all are listening to my recaps and answering me. One thing is, when he was rolling around in the grass with that dog, y'all let me know that is something that you nationally do in the parks area. Y'all let it grow up. There are wildflowers to attract the bees, another beneficial stuff, and then you cut it and you use less water that way, and you use less exhaust from a cutter to cut the grass and stuff. So y'all let me know that's how y'all do it. And I understand. I went to look it up. Also, what is up with tiramisu tray? I know you done made tiramisu tray, okay? If y'all aren't aware, Trey's Instagram is made up of his culinary delights, ladies, okay? I know you made tiramisu. Why do we have to make tiramisu for his daddy? And when he is telling you, relax, shouldn't she have just listened? It's his daddy after all.
Times where, first off, I mostly like Marta the most out of everybody. But there's times where I literally see her try to do too much, and I'm like, why? Just chill out, relax. That moment was very off for me. Like, he was trying to tell her, you don't have to do that. It's always a lot going on. You just got to beat him. No, I'm gonna make it. No, you don't have to do it. No, I'm making. Why are you fighting him on this? That was an unnecessary battle that didn't have to be waged. Just unnecessary. These people. Ari was correct. She knew from day one this man jokes around a lot. Okay, he has not changed from that. Okay, he told you this is who he is. All right, and I keep forgetting that he's also a comedian. He's a professional comedian. So
he's a comedian. I don't know about professional, but he's a comedian. But he also is an analyst. Analysts that don't make as much money as a nail tech and nail designer, I'm going side-eye this analyst. Okay.
I guess I get the side eye, but then I think we're putting less on the nail tech kind of thing. She may have garnered her business to a point where that's just how it is. She's just got so good at it, and she has certain clientele that, yeah, she got to the point where she can make a good amount of money, especially working out of home now. Is that what this? She's working out of her own home now, basically. So
Yes, she has Narnia. She said, "Welcome to Narnia." She has the closet door, and she has a great setup. It looked very, very nice.
yeah,
But again, right, even though if she's an influencer nail tech, Dameon is 5 years older than her. He also is a business analyst. Are we not? I'm not saying anything about her coin, but he's saying, I don't even have enough money for the tip. He ain't even got the tip in it. So again, what are we doing? Where's our money going to? And here's the only, it may be to help support his family and maybe his little brother. We don't know the family dynamics.
To me, he was talking in code. That was kind of some man code when he was talking about that. I don't know why I'm being hesitant. I'm gonna tell you what I heard. I'm gonna tell you what I heard. He was actually questioning some of her spending habits when he was talking about that, without actually trying to bring it up. Okay. And I might have caught on to it a little bit when we actually saw her place. I didn't. I'm just throwing this out there. It's not a full.
So you counted my coins. You counted my wallet, but I still got more than you. What do you mean you count my coins?
Listen. I don't know if y'all really want to go down this road, but okay. This you can make. I'm gonna be. Yeah, pocket watching. You better pocket watch your partner, man or female, because it's gonna give you a clue to how your life might turn out. Let me explain why. You can make all the coins you want to, and still be broker than the person making less than you. Okay. Okay. I had to go through that. I had to, wait a minute.
Let's go there. Let's go there.
Unfortunately, I had to do this in a relationship with two. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't adding up, baby girl. You got a decent job. How are you unable to have money for these amount of bills you have? Something ain't adding up. Something's off here.
Mismanagement that the analysts can't pay for the Caribbean.
Mismanagement of funds. But like I said, I just caught the code. Real time. That's funny. I just caught the code that he was spitting there because the way he said it. It was just the way he said it. I went, nah, this ain't about having the money. It's not about having the money. It's about where the money is being spent. Because his priorities, if you notice how he was talking, it was about the household, making sure the bills take care of this and that and third. And it sounded like she was talking trips here, trip, this and that third. He's like, wait a minute, we got to take care of this when we take care of that. What you talking about? But I can see where this happened, but you expected me to pay for the trips too. Hold on. I saw where that conversation was headed to, and it can be an issue.
But he's an analyst and he's doing comedy. What do you mean we don't have enough money for you to get the tip? The least the man should be able to do is get the tip in. Come on now.
I said,
y'all.
Okay, what if this is a situation? Because I think this has happened in the past, maybe on the US versions only, but maybe what's going on is he was doing and being like something with being an analyst, but he's
trying to do comedy full time.
Yeah, he's doing comedy full time. He doesn't do the analyst part anymore, and that's why. Because maybe being a comedian at local spots is not really doing it. Because unless you're like big like Chris
Build that
Rock
up.
or something
Gotta
like
build
that,
that
or
up.
someone,
And why are we trying to find a wife and have kids?
I don't know. I mean,
You still want that?
yeah, I mean, people. We saw Steve on Married at First Sight with Noy, and
Oh, not
he
Steve.
was he was
Not Steve.
he was not working. He was he was living off
Imaginary,
of the stuff on like the
imaginary
severance.
fun baby.
So
Listen,
I
we was
mean,
going down with the ship on that season, boy. The men was going down with the ship on that one. Dang, goodness, boy. Steve disappointed us. Oh,
so
And Ari
yeah,
had to
I
bring
mean,
him back up. Mm-hmm.
oh,
I'm gonna bring him up till the day I die. But
oh.
And on that note, Steve was on Married at First Sight US, y'all. Here we cover Married at First Sight Australia. We also will cover Married at First Sight 20. You know it's in Seattle, and we're going to get whole new experts. So I hope y'all are buckled up for that. We will be covering that here.
But yeah, so maybe it's a situation where he was an analyst, but because I remember also on Married at First Sight in the first Boston season, there was that guy who had gotten fired because his job didn't want him to do the show, and so he was technically between jobs.
John.
Yeah, John. Thank you. So
I only know him because he married one of the professionals, Dr. Jessica, and they are happily married with a kid. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, this is not far fetched that he just didn't. They're the producers for this particular international version kept his analyst job title, but he's really just a comedian.
Okay, understood. Because if folks in Poland says he is a comedian, but y'all please make sure y'all put 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. Put only the number for what you think. And members, there's a spoiler about this couple in our post section. Okay, but don't tell everybody. There's a spoiler. Somebody came in my tickety talk and let it be known. Okay, but yes, I hid that. I think it's a hidden comment. Nobody can see it. But again, put 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we have I agree with Ari. Okay, there's no limits to the agreement with Ari. It's just with Trey.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Damn.
Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing this. Because I was just about to agree with Ari. She brought up a very good point. Because I'm like, because that dude always threw me off. You wrong for that, Elsa. That always threw me off when he was like, yeah, I'm an analyst, but I'm also a comedian. So I'm thinking you doing the comedian part-time. That's my thought. You're doing the comedian stuff part-time. But most people who are doing comedy like that, they want to switch it to full-time at some point in time.
Yes, but you want to have a wife and support a family. So if that is the case, then you really do need your wife to support you and the family financially while you make this transition. So why would you have financial problems with her supporting a trip to the Caribbean?
Well, I'm gonna take two. You just gave me 2 reasons why. The first one I was going to say is all of this is circumstantial. We still don't really know the situation what it is. We're just saying maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Now on top of that, you actually just answered the question to why he may be hesitant against this. Yeah, I'm making this change. Why is he hesitant? Because she's still expecting him to foot it and not put in for it as well.
At least we know he can buy her a burrito. Okay.
Not the burrito. Come on, don't do that, Elsa. That's messed up.
He kept his promise. He said he was going to take her out to get that meat, and he got her that meat. Come on now.
I will say, I do agree the fact that if you think about building the family, this, that, third, I do think you to be somewhat settled into whatever you're doing. Now, here's the kick about all this now. Like I said, this is just circumstantial. Here's the kick about all this. We went through the same exact situation in the pies with MP and Damian. The reason why she chose Damian, because whatever was said about their financial situation, however he proposed, how he looked, this, and that, and third, he looked to be more stable than MP is.
Now he need to reanalyze it. Holy moly, you are on fire.
That's
He's an
crazy.
analyst. He need to reanalyze it.
That's
Well,
crazy.
one of these folks, either Damian or Marta, and the members know one of them is in the chat on Tickety Talk. So if you have not followed me on TikTok, you're missing out on that. If you are not a member here, you're missing out on knowing what's happening on TikTok as well. Okay, that is a shameless plug. One of these two are having conversations. We having conversation Tickety Talk. I'm hoping any member of the cast will certainly come here to interview. We already interviewed, remember, from Sweden, Danette. We had a wonderful conversation with her. People are still discovering that interview and find it enlightening. We also talked to EJ. EJ from, Match Me Abroad was also here. So again, y'all, there's interviews happening. I'm hoping this channel is continuing to grow, and the actual contestants feel very welcome to come here and have a conversation. So shameless plug. And one of them aren't the only ones. They're other members of the cast. So if you don't have, again, okay, holy moly, you don't have Tickety Talk. Well, because people don't have Tickety Talk, I make it a post for my members, okay? And welcome in, holy moly, and being an L citizen. Welcome on in. Y'all will see there's a whole bunch of stuff there for members. Also discounts at, US-based stores, because I'm based in the US. There's discounts for shopping and purchasing certain things. Definitely. Terry, come on through. And don't forget, Messy Member Mondays are 8:30 p.m. Not 8:30, 8 p.m. right here, EST. I'll try and get a Messy Member Monday that's a little bit earlier for those of you who are on the European side, okay? What? She may be uncertain about MP's stability because he's an American. Ooh, he from Chi-Town too. Don't just say American to go to Africa. You better call out he from Chi-Town, 20-some
Why you gotta
years.
say it all like that? That's crazy. Just because he's an American from Chi-Town, that's crazy.
Yeah, because she doesn't like the fact he's unstable.
Yeah.
Like,
is he unstable? Because
that's my question.
That's
my question.
Is MP unstable? Let me bring him up here. Is he unstable because he made the wise decision to come to Poland to do his degree so he could be debt free? So the only question I have is where your money coming from, MP? I just don't know where the money coming from.
We don't know his money situation. That's the crazy thing about it. We took it as she took it as, you're just not in a stable place that whether Damien is right now. But honestly, we never even heard him say what his situation is. He just said, "I'm in school. I'm sitting in school,
doing
getting my master's."
School?
Exactly.
And
he could
I
be
think
a trust fund baby. Who knows?
Not that again, please.
No. We're not bringing up
mean,
Steve. Okay, we never said Steve was a trust fund babe. Okay, we never said that.
No, I think for her, she never heard anything because if she, I don't know, maybe she wouldn't have said what he told her, but I mean, I'm just gonna maybe unfairly assume that he never said what he was bringing in.
I don't think he would ever asked. I don't think he was ever asked.
That's true.
I think because he was in school.
Now, I think production didn't show us because Marta is looking at that. I think she would have asked.
What the point is for us, the viewership, this is all we have to go off of. And they never showed us showing him. Okay, that too. But you never showed us showing him, asking him, because she heard her ask Damien. That's the weird part about it. But the only thing they said about him, he was in school. That's it. It was never asked.
Maybe because she felt like he should have said something to her. That's why she asked Damien. And that's why she didn't ask him. Which I'll grant you, she may have just needed to ask him, but because he didn't volunteer the information on his own, she felt like, well, if you're not gonna volunteer the information, then I'm not gonna trust you, and so therefore ask Damien. But I don't know. I could be speculating.
If you're gonna ask Damien, then you should ask him.
Yeah.
Same exact question.
And Camille.
Yes. You should ask the same exact question.
Because you're making a determination for your husband and the father of your kids. I mean,
and that was my whole thing about MP. To me, it seemed like she liked MP more in the past, slightly more in the past.
Oh yeah,
but
from what we saw.
Yeah, but she chose Damien because she liked him, and he seemed to be a lot more in a stable position than MP was. Like I said, we saw her ask him those questions. We never saw him ask MP that. They just was laughing, carrying on, having a great time.
But she said MP was more like her. And again, we saw her simmering when they were talking at the mixer. She took the jacket off so you could see all the tattoos and see the beautiful shoulders. Okay.
Yeah, she was. You know what? I understood, even though I understood why she did it, I didn't like it. She even said it herself. She was caught up in her little emotions talking to MP a little bit. The problem was she also said, I also wanted to see how Damien was going to react to it. And I was like, that's a problem. Well, why are you putting this man in the situation to see him if you're going to flip out or not? Come on
because
now.
She's tired of his joking, but she can't be tired of his joking because she was joking along with him and putting up with it from the beginning. So that's the thing. I think that's why she's doing it.
No, you know what? It's toxic. This is call it what it is. I mean, this is the reason why I said last week. Everybody was like, Damien's a red flag. I said, hold on. You can't be a red flag to a person if those are traits that they like. Because everything else, the weird thing is the only time she gets tired of the joking is when they're out in public with other people around and he's still joking. When they're by themselves, she don't really get that tired of the joking too much. It's only when they're out in public and other people's around. So she cares about the perception of what's going on. You know, so it's just the whole joking thing. I'm like, I'm kind of with you, Ari. He's been like this since day one. This is who he is. He makes a lot of jokes. A lot of his jokes come from his own insecurities, and he said that from stuff he's been through. Especially when he gets anxious or nervous, whatever, he starts throwing out jokes for no daggone reason. Nervous in any situation. If she gets upset about it, that's the thing. I'm like, Marta, I said this before. Sometimes, I said this with multiple women, but Marta is showing this as well. It is seeming like she's trying to find something to be upset about. And I'm trying to figure out, why are you trying to be upset about this joking? We'll put it this, the only situation where I thought she was legitimate for her to be upset about that joking was when they was going parachuting and jumping out of the airplane. The man is trying to give instructions of what needs to happen, how to wear your suit, this and that and third. Honestly, bro, this is not the time to make stupid jokes. It's really not. So in that moment, skydiving, yes. In that moment, that's when it's time to be upset about the joke. Now you pushing it.
But now she got to manage him. Now she got to manage him because that's how I was like, why you got to manage him and his behavior and tell him he could only have one drink? It ain't time to us to get effed up. I mean, it's like, it's too much. But again, we saw production is painting him in this picture like everyone. They are giving us a certain version for us to get a certain reaction. Here's the thing. With him, we're seeing glimpses of he knows how to behave. He knows how to behave.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Smelvin, in the background, could you let me see you on camera so I know it's an actual person? You don't have to be on camera to talk to us. But I'm not just going to bring you up. I'm not too certain. I can't confirm, so I'm sorry. I won't just bring you up, Smelvin. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
I mean, I think she's trying to find any reason now because she actually, well, part of it's because she doesn't like the joking anymore, but she can't. And like I said, you can't be upset about the joking because you were fine with it from the jump. So don't be okay with the be upset about the joking now. But I think now that she met MP and she likes what she sees with him, she's trying to find a little thing. So and it's all
yeah.
good.
the weird thing is she has not brought up any other problem with Damien besides his excessive joking. Everything, even though we've been seeing things about Damien that we probably don't like, from her standpoint, she's been fine with.
The drinking, but
She's been fine with.
the drinking, she did bring it up.
But even he's been checking in with her. Am I allowed to
Yes.
drink today? No. Okay, cool.
I don't want. Anyways,
It's weird, but hey, that's what they worked. That's why I said I can't be upset with someone's red flag if that's what they want. Like I can call it a red flag, but if she is that what she likes, it is what it is.
it is what it is, and that it is what it is. Y'all, please make sure that you put the votes here. Will Marta and Damian marry? Put the number of the answer that corresponds with it. 1 for a yes, and they're still together. 2 for a no. 3 for yes, but divorced by reunion. Or 4 for no, but still dating. Y'all, there will be a reunion. The wedding episode is this Wednesday, but they have not released the date of the reunion around here. Welcome in for everyone who is here. Welcome to the new members. But I watched the reunion live with you. Holy moly says she can't decide. I watched the reunion live with you, and I try to schedule it at a time, maybe around 5, p.m. EST, if it is okay at a time. But we will see. I will put a post up. Make sure your notifications are on. So I will watch the reunion live. You watch it on your TV. I watch it on mine. And the chat is open for all of us to converse. And I tell you the timestamp as to where and when what's going on with me and how far I am with deciding. How far I am, in watching the show. I'm changing the poll and stuff like that while I'm talking to you. So again, please see, I want us to refer back to these polls for us to see how we do. For us to see how we do in these polls come Wednesday. I know one couple is already married and still married. Members, if you want that spoiler, it is in the post section. But I'm not going to say.
I can't decide with this one because this one, I feel like it's a 1, but they really should be together. This would be my only one that I might give out. But it just shouldn't be. I don't know. It's weird. And something earlier, I think it was Tickle After, said something that, the Damien, he jokes around, he doesn't have emotional intelligence. I beg to differ. There has been times with Damien where he has been the only person to show excellent emotional intelligence when it comes to Martin and how he deals with her. Because when he's not joking around, she checks off every box that she wants. So it's interesting with him.
Right.
He's very polarizing. He's extremely polarizing.
He
like,
is.
And there's 1 minute I'm like, bro, I'm like that instructor. Chill out, bro. Because when the instructor have to tell you, hey, bro, stop it. Okay? Yeah, you're doing too much. Yet there's other times when he's talking to Marta or even other people, even some of the fellas. Why is he the one making the most sense or saying the most common sense thing in the room? Like, hey, now hold on. I'm like, it's weird.
Right. Very, very, very weird. So y'all, please make sure y'all have your notifications on. We will be back next week to talk about the weddings, maybe wedding and reunion, because with Italy and with Germany or with Sweden too, they gave us like the episode, and then the reunion was like that Friday right after. So it will be determined. Members, We have a raw and unfiltered reaction to these on Saturday nights at I believe that we do it at either 6 or 7 p.m. EST, maybe 7. We have our raw and unfiltered. And what happens in the membership, please, stays in the membership. If you go back to the member, what is it, grown chatter, that is where we're a little very grown. It's very peculiar over there. This is not the edited LCID. Okay? This is not the edited LCID back there in the membership. It's wild. Make sure you're over 18 and anyone around you listening and looking is over 18. So let's go over the polls while we get out of here. And then I will thank everyone. Again, let me thank everyone first. Thank you to those, Only Me 23, for gifting 5 El Citizen memberships. Cheryl Davis, thank you for also donating 5 LCID memberships to go to Africa. Thank you for donating 5 El Citizen memberships. And Hole Mole is a new member. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. And let me remind us of the polls. Yulia and Camille Uno, everybody say no. No, they ain't happening. 67% of y'all say no. 71% of you say no. There was no end to the Christoph and Kinga situation. Ooh, okay. 75% of you say no for Yulita and Yasik Marion. Philippe and Daria Marion, y'all say yes, but divorced by reunion. 60% of you. Interesting. I did not expect them to be a yes. And what we just did is Marta and Damian. Yes, 64% of you say, but divorced by reunion. We shall see how the chat's predictions are. We shall see how this happens after the reunion and everything else. But y'all, if you want, follow Polish Netflix Poland on Instagram. Follow the folks on Tickety Talk. Follow myself as well. But whatever I find, I will post, usually with the members. Okay? But thank you, Ari. Thank you, Trey. We have everyone's predictions. It has been another wonderful week here. Yes, thank you, Terry, for coming through. And for those of you who wish to be gifted a membership, make sure that on your YouTube, that you make sure that you allow gifts for your channel in order for you to be able to receive a gift on anybody's YouTube channel. Okay? I think I do have a video about receiving gifts, and it gives you the instructions as to how to do that. But thank you all so much for being here. And as I always say, I'll see you on the next one.